cool cats, cool dudes, and Willie, big Willie, lots of Willies, all the Willies, not no. Did I say Willie enough times?
No.
Nah. Willie Nonto, cool cats and Willie Nonto. Welcome to this. We All Love Leeds, the show where we discuss our love of Leeds and Ilan Meslier. How you doing, Mr. Ben?
I'm very well. How are you, mate?
I've been a lot worse. I've had worse Sundays, although at about 4:45, it was kind of different, and then at 14 minutes to 5, it was different again. So that was a wild ride. Just to quickly head to the chat where Anders, where are you? Oh wait, wrong show. No, here's Anders, John, with a easy win today. Yeah, totally easy. More ones easy like that, give me a heart attack. Dr. John with late again. You're on Lolo time. Actually, John, I foresee that and basically started at 9:05.
Yeah, and we were advertised for 9:05, so not late.
Yeah, not late.
Assumptions, John. Assumptions.
I mean, the tweets were at 9, so a little bit late. Anyway, hello Jimmy, how you doing? All right, lads. It was a funny old game. Yeah, I wasn't laughing through some of it. But yeah. Russ Morgan, evening. We All Love Leeds.
We do. You're right. Evening, Russ.
Evening, Russ. Evening. How is Unai Emery getting on? Don't care. Just a light thing. Have you seen the new Leeds badge? For fans of I'm a Celebrity. What's she done to herself? Anyway, do you know Brownie put up something like that, and then I put that up on our community page, and he jokingly, to be fair to him, went, "You should credit me for that." I went, "I would if it was the same photo." Fucking Brownie. Anyway, sorry, I feel such a high off the. I don't even know where to start, Ben. We've got so much on the docket. Don't know where to start.
I'm not on a high. I'm more relieved.
Well, no, that's the high. As in, I went from like we've fucked this up to we've not fucked this up, but we nearly did. Yeah,
it's an hard watch, wasn't it? Let's be honest. Hard to watch that.
It's probably the best game this season in the Championship, objectively, because both sides were in it. Like as much as like. You could say, like, I'm sure the stats will reflect we dominated the proceedings, but they were always dangerous going forward, and we scored every time we hit the target. So
they had Meslier in goal.
Sorry, sir?
Swansea had Meslier in goal.
Allegedly so. I mean, that's why he might have been really tired because of all that running back and forwards because he's playing the goalkeeper for both teams, which explains why it's a 7-goal swing in the game. Thumbnail from Happy Hour said you start 4 p.m. That is technically true. I may have made an executive decision based on my knowledge of my tendency to talk shit before the show, which is exactly what happened, to be fair. But yeah.
You can't trust these budget shows like Happy Hour to give you the correct information.
It's that Lolo guy.
I'll give Lolo his due. He did call Monto to seal it.
He did. Also, Gary also did similar. To be fair to him, in another chat, he was like, "It's time for Nonto." And some of these Arsenal fans know what's going on in Leeds games more than we do, Ben. I'm just saying it'd be nice.
I think they like to watch a winning team.
Yeah. Speaking of winning teams, Jimmy says it's made a nice change to get a win after the international break. I mean, that is true. But to be fair, we did win after last international break when we decimated Sheffield United. The break previous to that might have been, was that the Burnley game we came back and lost? Could be wrong. So 2 out of 3, not bad.
2 out of 3 ain't bad.
Yeah. I can't sing, but we'll defer to the dashing man in the glasses. Sorry, I was worried. I was secretly worried that John was going to have us fired from.
You was getting the old horse's head.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm still kind of afraid of that because that fear never goes away once you've seen it. Dirk John says we are forgiven though. True words have never been spoken by Ben. Pretty sure said the same thing after we beat the Blunts too. I'm pretty sure you did, Jimmy, and I'm pretty sure you'll say the same thing in March or April because that 2 weeks will probably take us in April. It's the final international break of the year. It's over, and we're back, and we've got points. Very happy, very happy. I'm almost short on what to say based on the fact that all the faults. It's like, well, we won, but still.
Well, there's a lot to cover.
Yeah, I'll say. As a local Ben request, obviously, Ben likes to see where we're playing the games. So we start here today. The scene of the crime, the Swansea.com stadium. It's still called that because I remember that from last year. It was just like that's quite picturesque, to be fair, rather than like the building sites of some of the championship clubs we go to. And let's go here with Evening Gents from Tarak. He had a good giggle at the Scummers. That's fair. That's fair. We'll cover that as well. Evening to Lawrence from Lexington, Kentucky. Come on, you Irons. Who do you support, Lawrence? And yeah, so sorry. He's mentioned it to us once or twice, but
I think it means for today. I think it means come on, you Ipswich.
Yeah, it must be. It must be.
Yeah.
People are streaming in. Awesome stuff. This is the inside of the stadium, which is I mean, it's fairly new, to be fair to them. This can't be older than 20, 30 years. But I mean, we tend to do well there. So that 1-0 win in 2020 was something I saw from the outside. Interesting. I thought the opposite. I thought of considering, got to consider, we put the photos up at different championship grounds, and some of them are actual eyesores, as in it's like planted in the middle of like an industrial complex, whereas at least this is in the forest.
Or in someone's back garden, like Luton.
Yeah, basically, wait until Leeds away at Luton appears. And then you're like, this is Mrs. Marsden's house. That's where the corners will get taken from, or whatever. But still, good to have you around. This is the Swansea 11 in Welsh. Some people may need to take note of some of these names. It has nothing to do with a certain question that gets asked on this show. Nothing to do with it at all. But just commit some of these names to memory. But I'm not going to tell you which ones.
Grimes.
That's actually very clever, Ben. It's actually very clever, but not for the reason you think, sir. Anyway, just try, because I'll forget him as well. The goalkeeper's got a great name.
At least they know he's a CUNT. They'll put it next to his name there. Look.
For any of the Premier League fans that don't know, Mr. Grimes did used to play for Leeds United, and his mother did not like his experience at Leeds United, and she let us know it.
Oh yeah, because we didn't pick him because he just wasn't good enough, was he?
Yeah, he wasn't playing well when he was on loan for us, wasn't he, for about a month or something back in those days. And he didn't play well, so he didn't get picked for a game. And she was basically like, I don't know what the right word for it is, but
Leeds are a vile club along them lines.
Oh, their fans are awful. And I mean, she's partly right because she then got the response that you would get from vile fans. But still. Come on, you Leeds from Lawrence. Come on, you Irons. It's a lowercase L. Oh, come on, you Leeds. Yeah, that's very good. So your gimmick's been changed, Lawrence. So I'm going to make sure that sticks. I know you're going to try and make sure that it doesn't, but I'll probably succeed in it because I'm mildly convincing at being a prick. Anyway, sorry, what? Anyway, it's okay when you call yourself a prick. This was our starting lineup. Ben, what would you change in this starting lineup, given hindsight?
I'd shoot the goalkeeper and play with 10.
I'm sorry. What?
You're about to find out how much I've kept quiet about that. Bag of shit in goal. But I'm not going to keep quiet today because he's shit. It's fucking useless.
As I tell Tom, always like keeping up to date for teams in the Junior League. Well, as soon as he said that, I headed for frinkiac.com and I had a Simpsons meme for him in response within 10 seconds. Weren't 2 minutes. But, brilliant. Ben, you've got a fan. Because why wouldn't you have? Ben has fans. So, yeah. I can come out of all this drivel, Ben, and sit there and just go, I'll just shoot a goalkeeper. I'm just like, all right. Yeah, okay. Anyway, this is our Swansea lined up. So those are names of people. Again, commit some of them to memory, but I'm not going to tell you which ones. Grimes. Anyway, Grimes. And this is the Leeds United formation. Now, if we pretend there is no goalkeeper, or the goalkeeper has a protective shield around him that will not basically let bullets past, is there anything else you would change about this lineup, sir?
Just to be on the safe side, I'd make the radius of this ball-proof zone an extra 50 yards. That's the thing I'd change. That and I'd shoot the twat in the middle of it.
Taraka said he's a better keeper than your Meslier.
Sign up. I'll sign you. I would. I'd sign you. I said to my missus, I said, you'd be better in goal. No, I wouldn't. I said, you would. Seriously would.
I felt really embarrassed, right? On a group chat. I was like, when I see Giavogi, I got disproportionately excited. And sorry, this is getting ahead of myself because I'm like, he's a specimen of a man. He's probably the biggest player on our team. Get him on the pitch. And then as soon as I said that, fucking Swansea ran past him like he wasn't there. I was like, motherfucker. It's like, blame him. It was my fault. I blame myself for hyping him up.
I was in the middle of texting, right? When they scored the third and it was 3-3. I was in the middle of texting into the group chat. Fucking great stuff, right? And we're set up to defend. We scored, so I had to delete it.
One of my actual favourite tweets of the afternoon, and it's just, I imagine they do this in every game, but it's just the wording of it. Swansea said, this afternoon's game against Leeds United is only available for supporters in unsold EFL dark market territories. Now, I know what they mean, as in there are certain countries where they can show the game, but it's the fact they call it dark market, like it's really seedy and like you're committing a genuine, serious crime if you do follow that. Or if you don't follow that. Just amuse me more than anything. It sounds like the name of like a Steven Seagal seagull or something, like Dark Territory, Dark Market. Anyway, what?
I think that's just his bedroom.
Fucking hell. Okay. This is the Leeds United kickoff tweet, which I felt someone was woefully underprepared compared to what they normally do. It was like, I'll just stick up a photo of Byram. That is Byram, isn't it? Because one of them. Anyway, it's Byram like when he was 10 or something like that. Anyway, because he managed to look old and young at the same time. Anyway, the game started off. I basically thought, not much going on here. And then we give away a free kick. Silly free kick.
We didn't.
We didn't. We
The
didn't.
ref get the no, we didn't give a free kick away. The ref decided to conjure up a fucking foul from nowhere and gave them a free kick for it.
Yeah, it's pretty much what. To be fair, the commentators even said once after the goal. Spoiler: there's a goal from it. Lee Hendry, I believe it is. To be fair to him, did actually say
Fair play to Lee Hendry. He actually made my Sky experience more enjoyable today.
Okay. Yeah, in hindsight, he was not as bad because generally I do think he's woeful, but he was tolerable in this. Do you know what he came across to me as? I could be wrong, and I assume most people did watch this on Sky. Was that he came across as someone that turned up and got to watch a football match for free and enjoyed himself? Because to him, he's got no fight in the dog, not dog in the fight. Sorry, and it was just It was fairly end-to-end game. So I imagine he didn't really say anything that really rolled me up, but he's still in the dipshits because of course he's spoiler in the dipshits. Tarak says Sky Sports Live text said Cardiff don't lose when they go ahead at 1-0. Made me think they'd get beat. Impossible to get beat considering we played Swansea. So
yeah, but then they said the last team to beat them when they took the lead was
Leeds.
Leeds United.
At Ellen Road when we won. Was it 3-1?
3-1, yeah.
Yeah. I'm not really digging you out, Tarek. It's just a bit of fun. Never a foul. No, you're right. It weren't a foul. But it's one of those where it's just naive to go in like that. I'm not blaming Tanaka. I'm not. He was genuinely man of the match. But it's one of those where if you're really unlucky in that situation, you are going to give something away in a dangerous position unless you're inch perfect. And he wasn't. But in that moment. So, not that I'm defending the referee, because I'm not, because he shouldn't give it in a million years and he should probably be eye tested. Actually, you know what, Ben? Should save you a bullet. Put him and Melier back to back and just shoot them together.
Can be happened. Yeah.
Huh. I mean, we won. I'm really not suggesting we actually shoot a referee, but if this game had finished 3-3, I'd have a lot different disposition to myself. Anyway.
Yeah, he'd actually send me the bullet.
I'd be like, I've got my bullet guy crafting a bespoke one as we speak.
On the 3D printer as we speak.
Happy Darling scored from, again, that every Leeds player could have done better when that free kick come in. Obviously, the one who we want to do the best on it didn't. Anil Panasar.
You mean the dickhead at the back?
I may have meant
8 yards off his line, so that proceeded that because he was that far off his line, when the ball came past him and over him onto what would have then become his near post, there was an 8-mile gap between him and the post.
Dude, yes. Anil Panasar says, not even a free kick. If Anil Panasar says it, yeah.
Totally agree.
Yeah. It was one of them, I know it weren't a foul, but ultimately, we're during the game. Us sitting there saying it's not a foul, doesn't change the scoreline. So I'm just like, get on with the game, people. Get on with the game. And then 12 minutes later, Daniel James put through, I believe, was it a Strout pass? Could be wrong.
Was.
Lovely through pass. And then, to be fair, bit of a spoiler, 2 times in this game, they tried to catch, 3 times in this game, they tried to catch, actually tell me, 4 times in this game, they tried to catch Leeds United offside with an offside trap, and 4 times they failed. They did. I mean, to be fair, they caught us offside a lot, but that's why you play that low margin or high margin of error. Because when you are onside, you're through on goal. Which is what happened. He slid it through to Manon Solomon, who you can't miss from 1 yard out. You just can't.
I've seen it happen.
Oh, I can name Leeds players who have done it. But enough about Patrick. Not really digging out Patrick Bam, but I've seen him 1 yard out and hook it wide. But still, I'm sure he's a lovely man in his podcast on BBC Sounds. Anyway, This is a celebration of a man who knows he's been getting a lot of shit. It's like, and Dan James, it looks like he's a hostage again, which he manages to look like in every single photograph I've ever seen him in. Also, is Joel Peru a giant, or are they just really small?
That's what I was thinking. Since when was Joel Piros at all?
I think it's just because they are tiny. But again, I thought we then sort of got on top in that first half, but then Swansea then basically took the fucking stuffing out of it coming up to half time.
We sort of, I don't know, the last 5 minutes, we just sort of give them the ball.
Mm-hmm. They had. I'll tell what I felt like we were genuinely dominant in that first half from the goal onwards was because I remember in the 40th minute their player went down, and because he went down, he made sure he knocked 3 minutes off the clock. He was doing the whole. He's trying to walk the tightrope of it could be a head injury, but he doesn't really want it to be a head injury because the ref will fucking make him go off, kind of thing. And he's like, what I really want, ref, is you to knock 3 minutes off the clock, but still blow up in the 45th minute. But he probably doesn't even then, because he, in that moment, he just wants to get in a half time with a draw. But then he doesn't realise that Pascal Strout's going to fucking make a real hash of things at the back in a rare moment of being shite. And they scored from it, which we kind of differ on this because you obviously feel that Meslier should have reached it.
It created a reaction in my mind, in my brain, of utter fucking fury at how slow and lazy Mellier's dive to the ball was when the ball just trickled off the post and then in. I'm sorry, but a decent keeper would have got to that.
I thought I was totally with you. When I saw the replay though, and it hits Jayden Bogle on the underside of his leg and then spins out to the left, I'm like, we can't reach it.
Yeah, but he could reach it because he slipped. If he hadn't have fucking slipped like a clumsy French twat, he'd have got there, right? And if the ball wasn't even travelling at any pace, he could have crawled to the ball and got there. Mate, I know. I can see your argument, but I'm not buying it. It's just fuck off, Meslier, and leave this club. I've had enough now, right? Of watching the game, and I know we've got a good defensive record, but I just feel anybody shoots a shot on target and it's going in. And if I'm thinking that, God knows what Rodon and Struijk are thinking.
I think Ben's internet cut out. I could be wrong. Sorry, Ben, your internet froze up, I believe. So.
Oh, did it?
In mid-rant, yeah.
Oh no.
I could be wrong, but it might just be my internet froze up. But what I was thinking, in all truth, was I'm just going to try and spin it for him to win the Ballon d'Or or whatever they call it, because I just want to see the look on your face when it happens. It's not going to happen.
No, it's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. But I'll still try because I love needling.
If that happens, then I will have been proved right that the world, it really truly is fucking insane.
Yeah. But no, in all seriousness, I see what you're saying. But there was just something in me was like, I admit I didn't know he slipped. But I thought he's already halfway across. And if it doesn't take the deflection, he palms it off. Don't get me wrong, he still probably palms it to a Swansea player.
He should have got there.
That's a problem.
I've also got a feeling in a country where you're only allowed to serve 2 terms as president, I feel before Meslier wins any goalkeeping awards, Donald Trump will have a 3rd term as president.
I think. Sorry. What's that sound? That's the sound of Director John tossing himself off. Wait, what? Sorry, Director John. Sorry. So
you are aiming for that horse's head, aren't you, sir?
I just wonder if he actually has one to put in.
You can't speak about the Don like that, mate.
He's a great man. He's a great man. Despite all the. I've been really feisty this weekend. I've been going for David. Multiple times been going for Gary, although I do that anyway. But still, at half time, This is how I know they were lazy pre-game, because they actually have a half-time graphic. And in the first half, we got this shower of shit, pardon my language, of just, there you go, the game started, go fuck yourselves. Which I wouldn't mind, because I actually think this graphic is shit, this half-time one. Don't like it. But you've set me up to expect it at the start and all the way through or whatever. But anyway, we then get I thought we came out really well after, like really enterprising after the halftime, which you need to when you're losing. I was terrified at 1-0 down, by the way, because I thought it's a Leeds away game and we've gone 1-0 down. I don't think that's an unfair fault of mine, given our record.
No, and I'll give Swansea the due, because they didn't sit back like every other fucking club in this league does.
Yeah. I mean, that was kind of my one saving grace in knowing this fixture was happening when it was. It was, although we could have potentially been a lot of points behind people by that time of kickoff, they are one of those clubs that are like, no, we're going to try attacking football. It's like, we're not so much attacking football. They're like, we defend high up the pitch. It's like, I really fucking hope you do. And they did. Because if you do the complete opposite of that and you go 1-0 up, and then you sit on it, we're fucked. But anyway, hello Scooby D2. How you doing, mate? Good to see you. Jimmy, just what skins Cowboys? Cowboys won. Really? Huh.
That's like saying the 49ers won.
I knew the what does Scooby call them? The Redskin Commanders or something like that. Because we have a discussion every week, don't we? About they were winning 3-0 to a field goal, and I was like, oh okay, that's what I expect from the Cowboys. But they seem to have turned it round. But yeah, game with a lot of cock ups. Sounds about right, Scooby. Thank you for letting us know. Daniel James obviously got put away down the right and put the ball in. If it hadn't have hit Cabango, it would have gone to Pirro, to be fair. It was that good a ball. But my favourite bit of the whole thing is that Leeds still did the graphic with no player. Which I thought was quite amusing. Because I did wonder, like, what are they actually going to put? Because obviously they're just, I think before they would just go own goal or something like that. Because we did get a few own goals last year, go our way. But anyway, yeah, so that's the thing that happened. Do you have any thoughts like on midpoint second half? Anything?
I was happy it was 2-2.
Yeah. How happy was you when Solomon scored again?
Even happier.
That doesn't surprise me, sir. However, I bet you're not as surprised as he was, considering his goal-scoring record for us this season. He has had a few chalked off for offside, but still. You wait 4 months for one goal from Solomon, and you get no goals from Solomon, and then you get 2 in one day. Women are like buses. Had nothing to do with anything.
Like football goals, apparently, as well.
Excuse me. Mess this up. So then obviously Swansea score in the 90th minute, and Ben was going mad. I was preparing to go mad. I'm a lot slower at this shit because obviously when this happens, I'm like, fuck, I'll get the tweet and all that. But at the same time, I was sitting there thinking, if I have to come on this show and talk about a 3-3 draw that we were fucking winning in injury time, I mean, I would have done, but it would have felt like a massive opportunity missed.
Not gonna lie, I had the we're not going to get promoted speech ready, because if we'd have dropped points today, then it's like every time you get an opportunity to take advantage, do you know? But luckily we did, so we can save that rant for another day.
That was the end of last season, Ben. Everything that happened after we beat Millwall in the home game and then went away for 2 weeks, everything that happened from that moment turned to shit. people forget that coming back from that March international break, Leicester actually lost the first game of that day, and then we failed to capitalise on it, which is exactly what you're saying here. This would have felt like much earlier in the season, obviously, albeit, but it's that you're setting yourself up for that. But you know, we happen to have Willie Gnonto. There you go. There you go. Smile, Ben. Evening, folks. Congrats on top of the table. Sam, why are you spoiling it for the audience who doesn't know where we are in the table? No, I'm joking. Everyone. What's that? Stevie Wonder's congratulating us. He's seen the table when he's seen the top. Anyway, two tastes this. Hello, Sam. How you doing? Do you know Sam's got a show on Thursdays?
I'll have to congratulate him on becoming a spanner.
I may have done that so he could post a link for his show and it actually show up on YouTube, because obviously it wouldn't show up otherwise, because YouTube like, you're posting a link. I don't like that. But anyway, Willie Gnonto scores, and sorry, got that wrong. Swansea score. Then Willie Gnonto scored. And the Leeds United social media admin basically did what I was thinking and what most people were thinking, I imagine.
He's very ASBD. Oh, has he just repeated that shit?
No, I think it's quite random. He's
very ASBD or ABSD. Yeah.
He probably has a keyboard pattern.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can tell.
Yeah, it's basically gone bosh, but done the same sort of thing. But yeah, I do enjoy, like, I've noticed that a lot of football team admins, when there is an injury time goal or they've won, basically, they're like, they all do the same thing. Like, I think, it's like, but you have to do it. Otherwise, people go, why didn't you do it? Do you not love the club? Do you not love football? Do you not love winning? It's your job, mate.
I'm only on £10 an hour.
When you not know, he eats spaghetti, he drinks spaghetti, his smile is fucking massive. Don't get me wrong, if he does that in a promotion to a side or in May, I will accept the original of that.
What about his chicken?
About his chicken, of course.
Yeah.
About chicken, of course.
Have you seen his chicken? His chicken's massive, apparently.
I've heard of it mainly from Jimmy. Jimmy told me, which is probably true, but sorry, I didn't mean to press that. So obviously we won the game.
Did you see how pissed Piru was? Was it the third goal when it went to?
My genuine favourite moment of the whole things when they tried to catch out Willie Gnonto, that Swansea player who got booked for complaining to the referee is going to feel like a right idiot when he realises that he's not offside. Not my opinion, he's not offside. He's factually proven to be onside, right? And I know you know he's onside. But it was the way the Swansea player was like, what's going on? He's obviously offside. It's like, no, because you're going to be really angry at the player that is actually playing him onside. There's one Swansea player that broke ranks of their back four. And he was just like, nope, I'm not moving forwards. He was like, maybe you should have, or you'd have got a draw. But anyway, that's my favourite bit of it. Willie Gnonto broke the Leeds social media assistant's brain. Must have showed him his chicken. So Ben, it's time for this week's The Twat in Black. This is the referee, Dean Whitestone. What do you make of his performance, sir?
It was very much what he's doing there and pointing, that's where you want to take the throwing from, and that's where the free kick was. He was very pernickety. Other than the first free kick that he gave away, which wasn't a free kick, he was just pernickety. he weren't a bad ref because he was the same for both teams, I thought. But other than that foul, which cost us a goal, and the fact that he gave us 6 minutes, which was just enough time for us to score 4 goals. So
fair enough. I was going to ask. I know a couple of Leeds fans, but I'm going to ask John at 25 years old, who a Leeds fan, what he thought of the game. He said, being a Leeds United fan isn't stressful at all. John, 25 years old. I feel that game aged me.
I think he borrowed his granddad's shirt for that.
Of course he did. You know what, Ben? We'll do it right now.
Not
Ben,
the midweek question. Oh, the wanker of the week.
Wanker of the week. Who have you selected for the wanker of the week? It is
Little spotty French virgin.
Sorry, what?
Fucking Lugsy. He's got ears that big and he still can't say shit. Do you know what I mean?
I may have deliberately seeked out a photo of him having a good old laugh at something.
But I know he won't. It's not major that other than that he's slow at reacting. He can't save shit. He can't catch balls. Although he did catch a ball today. Well done. And the one save that he did make was so routine and he just made it like a Hollywood show-stopping reel. And it's like, what are you doing? Just catch the fucking ball.
As soon as I saw that, I knew. I thought there's gonna be frothing at the fucking mouth of this.
Just fuck off. I've had enough of him. I have, man. It's fucking shit.
How much do you think we would get for him if we sold him? If we got promoted and then sold him, how much do you think we'll get?
Fuck all. I know KG says, oh, there's value in him, but really? Nah.
It's only because of his age and the fact that he has played Premier League matches. But other than that, I don't know.
I think you're getting about 5 million if you're lucky.
Well, considering we paid that for him, I'd be surprised.
Probably have to pay 10 million to get rid of the twat. It's one of them, innit?
Yeah, got a bit of a behind the curtain thing. I naturally assumed because of the first goal for Swansea, I assumed that. Well, I got a message from Ben basically saying what he'd like to do to the ref. It wouldn't have been fun for the ref, but so I went ahead and made one for because I suspected the future, and it turned out this was the future. And as I did say to Ben, I don't necessarily agree he should be, but without
no one else.
Who should be.
There was no one else this week that pissed me off.
That's fair enough. But obviously, you know what? Instead of doing all the stat thing, Ben's right. We should get into a mid-show question of the week. Question of the week.
Mid-show.
Very nice. Let's do the jingle just to wake up Russ Morgan. Okay, so this week's mid-show question of the week, graciously put together by Director John. I literally handed this to him at like 3 p.m. in the afternoon. But so thank you for him for putting it together at short notice. We could all name the Leeds United 11 that defeated Swansea in 2020, blindfolded. But who played for Swansea that day?
Matt Grimes.
Correct.
Andre Ayew.
Correct.
Right back up front.
Right back up front. I could be wrong here, but I believe he was on loan from Liverpool at the time.
Oh, up front. Brewster.
Yeah. Correct. Cristiano Ronaldo in midfield.
No, I think it's the toothpaste guy, Colgate.
Colgate. I will tell you this. I'm very surprised that we beat this. This shows how
Did I
good
say
the
Matt
Chelsea
Grimes?
team was. You did
Matt
say
Grimes.
Matt Grimes. I'll give you another clue. One of them scored today.
The B guy that scored at the end. Bonnie Gabango, that's him, yeah.
Yeah, Cabago scored one goal today. There was quite a few Swansea players. I was surprised how many Swansea players, I made the same typo twice, scored play today, despite the fact that the game was 5 years ago nearly, or 3.5 years ago, whatever. Unfortunately, Russ, it's not Arne Anderson, unfortunately. Despite
Is it Fanny Wacker in goal?
Alcoholics Anonymous up front. And Umbongo, they drink it in the Congo.
They do, stick it up your Fongo.
Yeah. But a lot of these
Yes,
players
Matt Grimes.
You might have mentioned Matt Grimes, but a lot of them are playing in the Premier League.
Kyle Norton.
Yes, correct.
Yes.
Let me just see the.
I don't like the fact that this guy's got the same initials as Alec King in midfield. It's confusing me. I just want to say it, but I'm not gonna.
No.
Junior Burpo on the wing.
That's correct. Junior Firpo's in the middle, but no.
No, Burpo on the wing.
Oh, of course, Junior Burpo. Yeah.
Yeah.
Burpo. I thought this would provide more of a challenge for our question enthusiasts, but
Matt Grimes.
Fucking Matt Grimes. Definitely Matt Grimes. So we've got Cole Norton, Ben Cabango, Matt Grimes.
Twice.
Matt Grimes.
He's that good. He played twice.
Yep. Andre Ayew and Ryan Brewster, and as Russ Morgan has speculated, he is correct. The goalkeeper is Freddie Woodman. Yeah. Andre, and I will accept Andre away, even though it's Andre Ayew. Hello, John's friend Valentina. How are you doing? Thank you for stopping by. And a bunch of fucking nobodies. Pardon my language. Correct.
As a collective, would have been a lot quicker to start with that.
Yeah, Sam Greenwood won the whole thing basically. But who is the attacking midfielder? Who is
Colin.
CG? It's not Colin.
Carl.
See, well, one of the midfielders used to play for Leeds.
Cedric.
Cedric. Have we ever had a Cedric?
Yeah, Matt Grimes. He used to play for Leeds.
Two of them midfielders used to play for Leeds. I don't know why I said that. You want to say hello to Valentina? And greetings. Excuse me. So if we say that 8 of the midfielders have played for Leeds, but 7 of them are Matt Grimes, who is the other one?
I keep thinking Connor Roberts.
You're right. It is Connor Roberts.
It is.
Leeds. compared to Grimes, who on loan at Leeds. Who are the other midfielders? Who are JF? I can give you a clue. He came out of Mrs. Fulton.
James Fulton.
Yeah, I'll accept it because it's Jay Fulton, but fuck it. This will last forever otherwise. And JB, let's just say it's Jake Bidwell. Sorry, what? That would tell
Jake Bidwell.
Jake Bidwell. Jake Bidwell.
Oh, hey, I'm on fire tonight.
You're on a roll. One of them now plays for Atletico Madrid.
What are we doing here? Up front?
No, yeah, attacking midfield. One of them plays for Atletico Madrid.
Conor Gallagher.
Yeah.
Okay, no. That wasn't a bad team, then. Apart from they had Matt Grimes in midfield.
This is what I'm saying. I mean, we obviously won 1-0 because they had Matt Grimes in midfield. But this team, I'm like, how did Leeds beat this team? Because this team are, apart from the ones that are still at Swansea, are actually kind of like doing well for themselves, to be fair. Got some important information on Russ. Nobody could deliver a spine buster like Arne Anderson. He's correct, by the way. But who's MG? I'll give you a clue. He plays for Crystal Palace.
Matt Grimes.
I think next week we should do it. Name these teams that Matt Grimes played for.
Swansea and Leeds.
Do this weird 11 of players that have all played for Swansea and Leeds, but only if they've played with Matt Grimes. Yeah. Jesus, that would be a woeful team. But yeah, I think we've got them all. To be fair, so yeah, we have actually done them all.
Mark Gui.
Leeds
Mark Gui out.
Yeah. Woodman, Norton, Cabango, Guay. Is that right? Connor Roberts, Jay Fulton, Matt Grimes.
Oh, it was Matt Grimes. Fucking hell.
I can't believe we never got Matt Grimes. Sorry, Ben, I should have let you say it.
Played today as well, man, he did.
Yeah. Conor Gallagher, Andre Ayew. I mean, the team that we have in modern day, like if you move those players now, they would get murdered by this team. But we beat them, so fuck them.
Yeah.
Cabango. He scored an own goal today. He was playing in this match. It was a great own goal. He's still playing for Sheffield United, isn't he? Could be wrong.
Yeah. He played against us, didn't he?
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
He was out there.
Well,
I wouldn't say he played well.
Yeah.
Punky Brewster is a space. Anyway, so yeah, that is the mid-show question of the week. I do believe soon you have to go back to your government job, your day job,
undercover,
outside of being a Leeds expert, of course. Is there anything you'd like to get off your chest for your audience? I mean, they're all here for you. Like,
Melly is shit.
And
I hate to break it to you people if you haven't worked it out yet, but he needs to go. But we're top of the league, so hey ho. Let's not fuck it up midweek.
It'd be a very Leeds thing to. Do you know what makes me nervous about playing Luton Ingham Road, right? And I don't want to sound defeated on this, but I remember we beat Fulham in lockdown 3-0 at home. And then played Luton at home immediately after, or 2 days after. And then basically they were like, no, we're not going to beat Luton at home. We drew 1-1. And it was very disappointing. It scared me greatly, to be honest. If we had the jingle, I may have missed it. You did miss it. Oh, no, sorry. To quote Sam Greenwood, you missed it, Rush, you disgusting slag. Hang on, slag. I know that word. Sam, what happens on a Thursday night? Oh, it was like back from Little Car Park. Yeah, of course. Yeah, I know many people that go to Little Car Park at 10 o'clock at night, and not for dogging, of course, never for dogging purposes.
It's full of boy races.
Yeah. No doubt giving out extra blowies. Russ always goes to one extra. But
He does.
before you go, if we just do some dipshits?
I was just about to suggest that. Should we do the dipshits?
Do dipshits, because I know you're quite fond of the dipshits. The dipshits. Okay. A couple of these are more. Do you know finding Don Goodman dipshit stuff has been really difficult since the election? Because there are politicians named Don and Goodman. But, you know, I'll plough on. Kieran Mallet says, who on earth decides that Don Goodman is a good choice for commentary in the EFL? Truly awful. Don Goodman needs to be fucked off ASAP. I hate the CUNT on commentary against us. Never anything positive to say. Did we pull out a signing him, or he caught Captain Blades in bed with his wife from Twitter Blades? Or contact 1434847 and just sack Don Goodman at half time, please. Genuinely disgraceful commentary. Been sacked at half time, Ben. On Thursdays, Tom joins me in Stats in Dark 8 PM to discuss fun stuff like movies, TV, and popular culture. Basically, can I have the jingle, please? Well, Russ, I would not have left you hanging had there not been a plan to eventually redo the jingle, sir. Anyway. Andy Hinchcliffe telling every single player what they should have done in every situation. There's always one of these. Not fucking robots, mate. Clearly, should be using power and laces there. Mate, he's 80 yards out. Must get one of them every month back, thinking he knows better. Name one player that was always referred to by their full name, to which someone on behalf of Andy Hinchcliffe has wrote Barry Bannon. I would have also said Matty Cash. It's off top, man. Manchester City USA says, if you could video call with any player from City, who would it be and why? Andy Howe wrote, Andy Hinchcliffe, to tell him he's still a legend in my eyes, despite loads of fat City fans hating on him for his commentary style on Sky. That fifth goal against the Rags in September '89 is just the stuff of dreams. Oh, hello! We seem to have the omnipotent God from the sky has reappeared.
I heard Valentina's name. I was taking a nap, and I heard her name, and I just woke up.
Oh, so what you really mean is our show put you to sleep, sir?
Exactly. No, not at all. I'm a little under the weather.
Oh, well, I hope you get well soon, John.
Yeah,
it was the Rangers' performance last night that probably did it.
I went to sleep in the beginning of the third period when they were. Oh, it was brutal. It was disgusting.
It was awful, wasn't it?
Oh well.
What was the score, Don?
6-2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was done over after the first period.
Oh, it was disgusting.
Yeah, it's shocking.
Oh well.
Anyway, Leeds changed.
Leeds won. Yes, exactly. Yeah. Leeds won.
We're not greedy, are we, John?
Nah. How's the show going here?
All right, I'm about to leave it though.
So it's going to get even better.
Yeah, you know this, don't you?
Only kidding.
I would never make such a claim. But yeah, just
get on with it. Go ahead, get on with it.
Lee Hendry, Clinton Morrison and Lee Hendry are bellends in particular. Are particular bellends. They may well be. Does Lee Hendry know it's not compulsory to say it really is after everything he says? His accent is bad enough as it is without boring us to death. He does not have a voice for commentary.
I think he looks like Sue Smith.
He does look like Sue Smith.
When they're sat next to each other.
He totally looks like Sue Smith. Incredible. Good advert for the Championship today. Lee Hendry did not let us down, as I said to the Football Cliches podcast, because that is a cliche, isn't it? It's a great advert for the Championship. Like they're not going round to all the football leagues, to all the countries, going buy our league. Watch this goalkeeping for Melier. But yeah. Oh, good morning, John from Valentina. And all Howard Director John from a man who wants a jingle. So that is the dipshits. But before we get to Sunday Roast, one quick one, Ben. Do you have anything to make of this scran from the Emirates? It is a steak sandwich with fries, and you do get a drink with it.
That's a hefty chunk of bread. The fries look all right. The bread looks like it's got a mold. What the fuck's that on the side of the bread? It looks like a mold.
I believe that is it's mayonnaise and greens, I believe. Could be wrong.
No, I'm on about on the side of the bread. This just near his thumb. Looks like a bloody thumbprint.
No, that's a hole in the bread. Yeah, I believe it's a hole in the bread. How much do you think they charge for this at the Emirates?
£22.50.
That's close, actually. £24. £24 for this scran.
Nice to see that they're looking after the supporters.
Yeah, that costs 30 quid. Sam Green was sitting there thinking, it's a fucking bargain, that. Fucking bargain, that, at 24 quid. But yeah, I'll give them their credit for stadium food. That does not look bad. But I'm not paying £24 for it.
How much is that costing a London High Street?
You generally can't get a steak sandwich. Just
the
like
nearest thing to it.
You're probably looking at about 20 quid, 30, 29, probably. Looks lush. Snack for Sam, decent portion. That's horribly priced. Yeah. I'm in future. I'm just going to try and find at least one food item from a stadium and just go, that's that. And it's probably going to look terrible, but before I differentiate stuff on this show. So have a good night, Ben.
Thank you very much. Thanks for joining us, everybody.
Have a good night, sir. I'll speak to you during the week.
I'm back at home. I'm back at home next week, so we've got a double game week, haven't we?
We have. We'll do both games.
Right. So let's hope we've got 9 points at the end of it all.
Yeah.
I'll see you all next week. Thanks very much.
See you next week, sir.
Take care, mate. See you soon.
Thanks, Ben. Much appreciated. Later, Ben. Good night, everyone. Jimmy, you hold me in such low regard, sir. Of course there are memes. I just try to time the show out so basically Ben can talk about the football, and then basically we're doing the nonsense away from Ben. Because why not? Night, everybody. Oh, well, I guess Vantina's leaving, but I have no plans to go away. Of course, Sam Greenwood said, "Scooby love." That's not PG. No, have a good night, Valentina, of course. Detroit pizza today. Fet me, it's thick and big. Detroit, thank you for the music. You can keep the pizza. Scooby loved it. Big, thick and big. Just ask Russ. Not PG. But anyway, as we always say, it's like the teleprompter on Anchorman. I will read it. Well, that's all right then, Mr. T. Good night, Ben. Have a good shift. Thank you from Scooby. More comments. Good night. And Detroit pizza is delicious. From Con Shay. Hello, Con. And is your name actually Con or Shay? Is your name Shay Con really? Or anyway, not my business, obviously. Tom Burgundy. It's after midnight here. Not all of us have a time machine like John. That's a fair point, actually. John can change the time depending on where you want, or you put a horse in you. I believe it's Romania, Sam. Never been a fan of thick crust pizza, and this is really thick. I'm not gonna even address that. I'll leave that one to Sam. That's more his wheelhouse. Cornelius, hello, sir. No problem. So you know Cornelius Shea. And cool. Anyway, let's get into our nonsense shenanigans. But first, obviously, I really should have brought this up. But for anyone who wondered, these are the stats. Thank you, John, for making them. I thought we were well worth our. I mean, you want to see him just pause the show, I suppose. Yep, I knew he was going to say that. I like how at the end of this, both times he's done this, he wrote, "Just ask Russ." Russ is the official arbiter of this kind of thing. For anyone wondering what's going on in the Championship, Blackburn and Portsmouth's game was called off, and I believe the Portsmouth fans have just made a 5.5-hour journey to Blackburn to then find out the game had been called off, which is not ideal, is it? You're right, Sam. It is efficiency, which is actually my favourite city, is the efficiency. Terrible joke. Borough's starting to impress me. Speaking of being impressed, Gary is here. Hello, Gary. Oh, sorry, Sam has basically sent you away. But no. Hello, Gary. Evening, Gary. Gary. Joking, I love you, Gary. Love you so much, Gary. And that's the Swedish in him coming out again. I see. But no, it's seriously efficient. So the table, you may have noticed that Millwall Millwall scored in injury time against Sunderland. Obviously, in midweek, Leeds will play Luton. It's somewhere on there. And then we go to Blackburn next Saturday. So that is what it is. Oh crap, here comes the Arsenal talk. The grin on John's face. I should try. He's having a great time. Hello, Russ, Scooby, and Sam, and John bracing himself. Ewok Park. That's a fair point. Where were we also? Again, thank you to John for obviously providing this. I really should have put it up while Ben was here. But Cardiff fans, don't look away because you're actually in the safe zone for this week. Thing about Championship, there's 9 points up for grabs in a week. You can end up going halfway up the table if you have a good week. Or if you like Leeds United, you can end up being top on goal difference somehow, which is very nice. And yeah, it's not bad. Very pleased with myself. Well, I'm very pleased with Leeds United, of course, but it's mainly myself because I feel like I led them to first place with my unwavering support and commitment to the cause. So let's bring on some nonsense memes. It's time for the Sunday roast. Good weekend for the Red Bulls. Yeah, Max Verstappen, who's not won a race for about 17 months, won the F1 Championship, didn't he, tonight? Anyway, just think of some random things that could happen in football. Well, you could have the Undertaker modelling the Genoa third kit, and then Port Vale responding with "Here's John Cena" with the Port Vale kit. The joke being Age Invisible. So, anyway, that's the thing. Leroy Lita, the former Premier League striker, has certainly been busy because an anonymous poster in the Spotted Hinckley and Burbage group on Facebook, I imagine, said, "Can Leroy Lita of Barwell FC stop doing knock-a-door run after training sessions? He's constantly waking my grandma's cat at 10:15 p.m. every Tuesday. I have video evidence on my Ring doorbell in his full Barwell training kit. Could someone have a word with the manager or chairman to get this sorted immediately? Many thanks. He played in the Premier League." and he's knocking on people's houses. Oh, there's not much the Undertaker won't do for money, Sam. He's stayed in character for 30 goddamn years, and now he's securing that bag. Now that he's out of that, he's not actually a demon from Death Valley or whatever. Anyway, this is FIFA players every year when they open their new FIFA game at Christmas. Mo Master returned to the Stoop on Friday night at midnight in the UK. I believe it's 7 in the Eastern time. And as a tribute to Mo Master, here are 5 Real Madrid legends. Thank you, Sam. That's true. It's true, Russ. It's true, Russ. They roped him in to he must really have an affinity for Genoa. But yeah, Real Madrid and their 5 legends there. Russ Morgan was also part of the calls where he sent in some content. Owning a car that doesn't heat up until I get to work. It's a Russ Morgan joint. In actual real sports news today, Steve Cooper has been fired by Leicester, as depicted here in Springfield Power Plant, probably on the balcony actually. Anyway, more Russ Morgan content. He was really going for it this week, where he basically sent in this: Spurs have got a new badge. Spurs went and removed the only title they've held over the years. Value to us. But speaking of Spurs, it hurts when you're always doing your best and then you hear you might be going to Spurs, quoted as Angel Di Maria of Real Madrid in 2014. Love to see Leicester having a shit weekend. Why is that, sir? Is that because they're in our spot? But yeah, I do agree with you. I want them relegated just to see what the football... I've said this every week. It's nothing new. I want to see what the Football League actually do to them when they're back in the Championship and they can legally punish them for all the times they failed financial fair play. Bruges like Spurs. But this is where we get into my 20 to 30 meme selection. I've not counted on one particular football match. Because I don't know if you know, Manchester City played Spurs yesterday. And, I need to clean my screen. So it might look like I've got that one. Anyway. Someone said, you might be sick if you're enjoying this Manchester City downfall. Sorry. Me though, bed goes up. Bed goes down. Bed goes up. Bed goes down. I love that down. It's good stuff. Good stuff. This is San Marino challenging Manchester City to a match because they feel they can beat Manchester City in their current form. One of the worst football teams in international football. I mean, they're not now because they're probably going to fly up those FIFA rankings. But by fly, I mean the most I imagine you can fly if you're going for like 200 to 198 or something. Yeah, that's the thing. Leicester in the Conference League. I mean, that sounds like you're putting them in Europe. So, 2 of the few memes I sent that off for normal human consumption. Quite right, Russ. Quite right. 5 in a row. 5 in a row. But to be fair, we are going to congratulate Spurs on their achievement. A little bit. Because this is Spurs anytime they play Manchester City, but only when they play Manchester City. Because other than that, they suck. As depicted by the host of On the Stoop with Lolo in his rap. Imagine doing all this for Rodri for winning the Ballon d'Or if you're then going to lose 4-0 at home to Tottenham. Southampton going straight back down from it. That has been on Pep special pills. Well, Jack Grealish here looking like he's been so drunk for the last 5 games that he's only just realised that Gundogan is returned to Man City's team. As if he's saying, who the hell, who are you? Ilkay, are you back? When did you come back? Anyway, this is Ange basically in conversation with Arteta saying, that's how you beat City at the Etihad after smacking him in the back of the head. Great scene, actually. Apart from when they bent over for Man City last of the season. Don't worry, Russ. We've got something for that too, sir. Because this is We All Love Leeds and we don't skimp on the nonsense. Would love that, Con. And I'd take Everton going down over Ipswich. I'd kind of petition for there to be 4 teams relegated in that situation. But saying that, at 3-0 in the game, this is a live depiction of what actually happened. Somebody stop the fight. Where is the doctor? And then the Liverpool doctor is going, kill him. Which is what I imagine really happened at 3-0. And stop. Man City are already dead, as James Maddison is putting them out of their misery. But also, it prompted Pep Guardiola, the manager of Manchester City, almost forgot his job there for a second, to cut long story short, he basically wanted to talk to a team that have beat Tottenham, and he wanted to know how it was done. You, Ipswich, you beat Tottenham. You, sure, you didn't. How did they manage that? And basically telling, all right, mates, let him have it. So they did. They let him have a 4-0 win. The boot from Spurs is one of their proudest traditions. Let the booting begin. And I've got a real-life depiction of basically Man City's performance yesterday. That's not just a button that Sam Greenwood presses when it's time for one. Dust ask for us, as he would say. Are you saying you won more points than us in the last 5 games? Everyone has. Even me, says Everton. No talent, Ed Sheeran paid for Swaddicks. Well. Everybody's got a fear of something. Not everybody. Tottenham Hotspur. Where? The joke is that he's afraid of Tottenham, John. Because he never beats them. Apart from that one time that he did. Still, about Pep's new contract. With this new contract, I predict that Man City will be better than ever. 6 minutes later. Well, that's the end of me. More on Pep's new contract. I quit. Even more on Pep's new contract. Too bad, you've already signed the deal. Which is, but I found out what Pep's genuinely afraid of, even though we already did that in a meme, but we'll pretend that I haven't. Pep's fear is actually Ange Postecoglou. Plus Tottenham. He's terrified of him. But more important than anything, let's have a look at Jurgen Klopp upon seeing that Man City have lost 5 games as soon as he left the Premier League. Some might say that he's a CUNT. Not me, though. That's more of a David Coote thing. But got a real thing here. This is basically since Pep got sacked. Sorry, Ten Hag got sacked. Sorry, Freudian slip. Since Ten Hag got sacked, Pep has become the new bald fraud. You have to have a bald fraud in the Premier League. You just can't not have one. And the mantle got changed over to Pep. He done well to get a new contract, considering they're going to have to pay him out on it in about 5 weeks when they sack him. Oh, thank you. Not too many about Man City, is there? Because they don't lose that often. So you've got to take the opportunity when you can. And I like to think I did. But also after the Leeds game, Well, they played kind of at the same time, but sounded like a fire at the old VAR place. And Man United, who did not win today, basically said, am I just a bog standard mid-table club? No, I'm elite. It's the league table that is wrong. It's not wrong. You suck. And we can't let Arsenal off the hook this week, despite their win with Arne Slot needs to win one FA Cup to match Mikel Arteta's managerial legacy. Don't get angry at me. That's the facts. And yeah, I know the facts are Leeds United are in the Championship, and although we're top of it, we're still shit because we're in the Championship. Yeah, I get that, and I'm perfectly fine. Basically, with my head on the pillow and my eyes shut is how I sleep at night, knowing that. So I'm fine with it. But still, one FA Cup. Anyway, speaking of Arsenal, it's all right. I'm off to win at the Etihad, mate. To which Arsenal said, I didn't know we could do that. Didn't know we could do that. Anyway, and the last one, you have to hand it to Spurs, turning into prime 2011 Barcelona every time they play Man City, except when it means Arsenal will win the league, is pretty funny. I mean, it's not funny to Arsenal fans, but anyway. For anyone who's still around and has not been driven off by these memes, Leeds will be in the bottom 3 this time next season, let's hope. Yeah, that's a fair point. Fair point. I'll take that. I mean, I'll complain about it when it's happening, but still. So after all that, you know what? I'm just going to put up the matches through November. I've basically gone and got all the wins off. Nah, I didn't get all the wins. But 9 out of 12 is not bad. 9 out of 12 is enough to put us top. So we'll take that. We're all still here, Tom. Thank you, John. Very kind of you to say that, sir. And I've gone for Leeds to win against Luton. Ben's gone for Leeds to win against Luton. I've gone for Leeds to win at Blackburn. And Ben's gone for the draw. I hope I'm right twice. But still, all entitled to opinions. But I don't know. It feels like, guys, there's something we haven't done yet because we're near the end of the show. Something we haven't done. Something doesn't quite feel right. Oh, you know, it's the celebrity question of the week. And to make sure Russ Morgan's awake, hello everyone. Hello Russ. Just Ask Russ. We should actually call the segment Just Ask Russ because he knows everything, according to Sam Greenwood. Anyway, it's who are these Leeds United celebrity fans? Are you ready? Probably. Smodix isn't at Blackburn anymore. Leeds win. Who are these 5 Leeds United fans? I do like the quotes around famous because everyone doing the one. I knew that was coming first. I told John this not backstage. When we were sorting this out, I told him I'm not accepting Mel B as an answer because she has a real name. I knew it'd be the easiest one, so I'm gonna be a right prick about it. Correct, Jimmy. Melanie Brown. Correct to Sam. Melanie Ballsucker, probably. I mean, according to Eddie Murphy, allegedly. Or not allegedly, the DNA test came through that the kid's is. That's good Pepsi. Probably shouldn't make it fall in my bin though. I'm afraid, Conche, I cannot accept darts player, cyclist as an answer. And correct, Luke Humphries, who is a darts player, is actually the current world darts champion and Sports Leeds United, which makes him double champion. I'm sure it legally doesn't. Don't know the other slags. Old Spice, that's a darts player. Melanie B. I will accept Melanie Brown because it's her name. Obviously from the Spice Girls. Looks like a cyclist. I bet he's regularly pissing off drivers along B roads. Bottom left, him with goal force hand in Game of Thrones. That's not Jamie Lannister. He will turn up on this though at some point in the next 6 weeks, I imagine. But no, I know who you're talking about. But it's not him. One of the Brownlees. You're right, it's one of the Brownlees. But which Brownlee? And is Luke Humphries the real world champion? Yes, probably. Because I don't know if they're still doing the other darts tournament. I didn't see Ginger in Vegas last night on the telly. Okay. They're twins. Only their mum can tell them apart. Hint for top middle bloke. He's probably got more followers on YouTube than I have. I don't know why I said probably. He does have more followers on YouTube than I have. I had to look this up for the purpose of this question. I believe he's part of the Sidemen. Chris Nix is correct. He is Simon Mini Minter or Simon Minter on YouTube as Mini Minter. She's married to the Red Bull guy. No, that is Ginger Spice. Oh yeah, you did prefer that. You're right, actually. PewDiePie. No, fuck me, a slag YouTuber. I think he plays in all like the. I could be wrong here. When they do like the Soccer Aid games and stuff like that. I think he plays in them. Yeah, I think he's one of KSI's mates. So we've got 3 out of the 5 because I'm not accepting one of the Brownlee brothers because I am a slag. I'm not the slag that will just accept he's a twin. I mean, he is a twin. Basically, one of them was on the quiz last week. So good luck with that, children. Whoever's on the bottom left looks like he's really into Dirty Leeds. To be fair to whoever were referring to him, I do apologise. I've already forgot. I believe it was Conche. No, that is actually Scooby D2. My apologies. He is not a Leeds fan. That's not true, to my knowledge. Unless he just thought. I thought Hugh Jackman supported Wrexham. Is he wearing Admiral shirt? I believe so. He will not be, from what I know, unless I find out new information. Everyone rewatched last week's show and picked the other twin. That may have changed, Chris, but as far as I know, and I don't think he is really. He's not on my list of 40. '78 Admiral shirt. It's true. Do not both Brownlees support Leeds? Yeah, they do. But why put them both in together when you could separate it and just be a dick to everyone else about it? which, to be fair, was Director John's idea. Incorrect. It's the other one. John's laughing. Gordon Strachan grew a beard, had a mental breakdown, and got hold of the sword. Oh, John, we struck gold on this quiz. I saw an article. The real reason to come across this as a quiz thing was I saw an article which basically mentioned someone being a Leeds fan. So I was like, how many celebrity Leeds fans can I find that are credible as Leeds fans? And I found 40. I'm not including the time LL Cool J got sent a Leeds shirt and then posted it on Twitter and had all the really weird cringe people going, "What? Well, when are you coming down to Leeds? Called LL, whatever his actual legal name is." Weird, cringe. It was like if your goal was actually to get him to turn up and watch a Leeds game, you've had the opposite. He is not on this list, sir. He's not on this list. Plus, he wasn't born in Leeds but supported Liverpool. That's what I'm going with anyway. Although, to be fair, if he'd have been on the list that I looked up to find all these, and it said Savile, it would have been put in here, probably. Is it okay I want to slap the grin off that mini minter guy? It's absolutely fine. It's absolutely fine. Russell Crowe put down his bow and borrowed a knife from Crocodile Dundee. And can't you hear the thunder? So we've still got 3 out of 5, guys and girls. But let's be realistic here. 3 out of 5, guys. I need you to get... I mean, you haven't got the right Brownlee for a start. I mean, it's a spoon, clearly. So, not a knife, that's a spoon. I see you playing knife is spoony before, Simpsons. But out of Crocodile Dundee, of course. Let me just... I'll give you a clue. Bottom left was in Captain Marvel. John, I thought I gave a great speech on Friday night when I was basically rambling off about bald frauds. I thought it was fantastic. I loved it. It was a great time. Just giving everyone the chance to fucking Google Captain Marvel, so I can find him. But you won't because he's one of the characters that was in blue. He played a Kree. Not that I'm an expert on Marvel, but I had to look this up to actually find out who the fuck he is. Pardon my language. It'd probably just be a lot easier at this point if I just stopped swearing instead of swearing and saying pardon my language. Probably be far easier, saving my vocal cords. But anyhow, I'll give everyone a... Sam Greenwood says, I don't follow cycling. There's a bunch of dopeheads. You are right. Like, that is true. But generally, Russ Morgan gave the name of one of them, and we went, no. So basically, find out the other one. is the logical... Please do it so I can go to bed. Please. It's not Tom Brownlee. Ding, ding, ding. Correct. Hopefully. It's going to be really embarrassing if I reveal the answers and it turns out it was Johnny Brownlee, but I don't think he is. Because I did actually look at it when Director John sent it to me earlier. I've started learning it's a good idea to actually double check them because I think John tries to test me by making mistakes and then I don't catch it. And then I look like the idiot on air. But then it's just fun. Anyway, Lance Armstrong winning Tour de France 7 times doing the drugs. I respect him. Was he not part of the post office team? Which led to sort of questions, of course, about the post office. Anyhow. Sam, do you not mind telling everyone like what you don't want to reveal like a taste of what you have planned on Thursday for the Slags in the Dark? PDs are so rife that it should be awards for Chemist of the Year. That's very good. Amazing no one suspected Lance when he won toughest endurance race on earth 5 times in a row, even after ball cancer. He would have been the first person I hauled in. Like, say what you will about football being corrupt or whatever, but the second Maradona gave the coke eyes and then spat into the camera, he was hauled in for a drug test, like a random drug test, immediately. Like, he couldn't get off the pitch fast enough, and FIFA were like, "Yeah, we're gonna need a sample of your piss, sir." Immediately caught him. On Thursday night, Slags in the Dark at 8 p.m. which you can basically follow just by clicking on Sam Greenwood's channel, and essentially just go do the thing where you just go bop 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 bop. Sneak preview. Tom's number 1 is Debbie Does Dallas. I mean, I could justify that, I suppose, but what is the real number 1? Which is, I mean, it is going to be Debbie Does Dallas, but I will. Russ Morgan will be there to see me justify it, I suppose. I mean, that's Russ Morgan's. Is that your number 3 one or number 1 film? For context, it's Deep Throat. It's a film that Russ has suggested. Was Ron Simmons in that by any chance, Russ? Because you have a Ron Simmons fact for everything. Usually on Saturdays, of course. But still, who is this fucker on the bottom left? I'll give you 1 minute in English Standard Time. And then we're just going to reveal it. For where you all go, who? Because I had to do that as well. That's a documentary following Russ's Saturday nights in the car park of Slough. In Slough, sorry. Anyhow, I forgot yesterday, Ron Simmons sleeps with a pillow under his gun. Very good, very good. Right. Okay. Here are your correct answers. Alistair Brownlee, athlete. Simon Minter, Mini Minter. Melanie B, singer. Hrun Temte, I bet it's not pronounced that at all, as an actor from the film Captain Marvel. I keep saying Captain America in my head. Yeah. B supports Leeds United. There are photos of him in all sorts of Leeds kits, to be fair. So, and I bet he paid for some of them. Slough is spelled like it should be pronounced. Slough. Yeah. So, and obviously Luke Humphreys, current sitting world champion and ranked number 1 in darts, I believe, in the PDC, the Professional Darts Corporation. Luke Humphreys, Sports Leeds United. He beat that dirty little scummy Luke Littler in the final, I believe. They've won. Who supports scum? So Russ loves a bit of sluff. Just ask him. You should have actually named your show, Sam. Just ask him, as about where you interview Russ, or someone interviews you, says awful things, and you say awful things, and then basically just ask Russ as if they originally came from Russ. Anyway, thank you to Director John, of course, for providing us with yet another 5 celebrities Luke Littler is 16. No one's ever said that before. They've definitely not said it since he turned 17. But no, in all seriousness, little fucker. He's very good at darts, of course, but there's no way he's under 20. There's no way he's not a 40-year-old cab driver. There's just not. He is a 40. You're not going to convince me that he's an actual teenager, Luke Littler. Sam Saturday night stuff from Slough and Bremba. I've never seen such a great typo Bremba. Anyway, so come back next week for a double whammy, as John calls it. The first time he called it, I was like, well, now I'm going to call it that as well. So I used to say double bubble, but double whammy's much more comic-esque, isn't it? Like, it's like a comic. I have a nasty joke about Luke Littler today, but I'll refrain for sharing it here. Well, I do have an inbox, so obviously, no jingle. I'll think about it. I'll thought about it. That's only because you amuse me with your Ron Simmons stats and facts. Russ loves double whammy. Just ask him. You made John laugh with that one, to be fair. Does it involve a little? No. But thank you for stopping by. It's great turnout tonight, actually, to be fair. Remember, I wonder what turnout would have been if it had finished 3-3. The amount of people queuing up to hear me shouting at Leeds, which I have done before. As calm as I may seem on the exterior, I have done that. Anyway, so thank you to everyone for stopping by. I'll put up one more thing because I know John loves it. That's all you Arsenal fans out there. Cry about winning, I suppose. The sweet tears of victory, some would say. And thank you to Director John, as always. Can't do it without you. I mean, literally can't. All the graphics stuff. Just can't. I couldn't make that. I couldn't make that if my life depended on it. Thank you, John. Really appreciate your time that you put into all this. Lovely shows always. Thank you, Sam. It's very kind of you. Have a good week, everyone, and take care.